What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Mosca. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Skady. The map is Painted Desert. Another game, another you, another me. It's 1-1 here in this best of 5 series here. We'll see if Mosca can recover from that last game where it felt like he was in a fantastic position against Skady Zeus, but threw it with a very, very random ceasefire there. We'll see if he's going to be able to figure this one out now. Ra on Painted Desert. A little bit of a difficult map here for Ra. He gets the double back town centers here, and gold mines are in a very, very precarious position at the moment. So we'll see how it's going to go as the Pharaoh here empowering up the granary up here for Skady. He's actually already moved into the center of the map. This is an interesting opening here from Skady. You know, on Painted Desert that there has to be hunt spawns in the center of the map, and Skady pushes immediately here over to the giraffe on this spot. You can see that in every single location over here, you've got giraffe, you've got elephant, you've got elephant, you've got giraffe. So you know that there's going to be hunt in the center of the map here as well. And we'll see how things are going to go as the Titans treasure here, minus 25% Secrets of the Titans there. Over here, we've also got the Dwarven Calipers with the siege gold and wood cost reduction there as well. As the villagers coming over onto this position here, going to be grabbing that gazelle there for Mosca. And the question here is going to be, what sort of a strategy is Skady going to go for? Does he go one town center and try and put a whole bunch of pressure on? Considering the gold mines here, a one town center gameplay here, a game plan here from Skady can work really, really nicely because there's the gold mines, they're really forward on both sides. Yes, the home gold mine is nice and safe here, but going for like Athena, Hippocon idea here, a la like 2007 vanilla Greek strategies in this situation to try and get a gold starve with a restoration and potentially bronze timing attack onto that second gold mine in about 10 minutes into the game can work out really, really, really well. Alternatively, fast second town center and doing a similar thing, staying in the classical age, putting tons of pressure onto the Ra player could work. And then finally, a third option here for Zeus is to do like a fast 3 town center play here and take this game into the late game and attempt to win it there with a potential underworld passage or even literally anything else. There's like another idea, which is doing that Hippocon thing into a fast Hera as well, which could work out for him as well. But Skady here, he's opting for a fairly late advance time, which is interesting. There's this world we're going for a one town center play, but advancing a little bit later against Ra is a really good idea. Reason being, you hit the classical age with more resources because your villagers come out a little bit earlier, and you're aiming for, rather than like a 6-minute 55 population build, which is kind of your standard peak efficiency for Zeus kind of builds, you're aiming for a 10-minute 115 pop upgraded army. So those extra resources do end up mattering here. And Skady here going for that later advance time. We'll see how it's going to go. Does he have upgrades? He's got hand axe and pickaxe. So this does mean, I think this means that Skady is going for fast 3 town centers here. I think that's what this means here for Skady. As he's also in the center of the map getting these elephants as well. As we'll see how things are going to go. Scouting around with the Petsuchos, moving his villagers forward onto these elephant over here as well. As Mosca, he takes his time going to the second age as well. So he's going to get what he wants. He gets the stock standard Ra 5-12, 5-minute advance time it looks like here, and he doesn't get pressured. Skady gets what he wants because he knows that Mosca is gone for fast second town center. He gets all of the center of the map here as well to get all of this hunt. And he's going to get both of his town centers up really, really quickly here, it seems. Unless he's going, I mean, he has to be going for a town center here. I don't see anything else as an option here. for Skady at this point, considering what he's gone for. But I mean, he could throw 4 stables down and just spam hippocons, but his village is already on the town center. So here we go. Town center coming up. Bolts getting utilized there onto that Wadjet there as the villagers just want to get the elephant and be undisturbed. And we do still see a whole bunch of villagers on gold. So Skady is going for this 3rd town center. I do think that there is an efficient, fast 3rd town center build. I did make one, which was a 5:15 advance time with immediate second and 3rd town center getting placed. But Skady going for a little bit later one here with maybe a little bit more food income and also eating all the hunt on the map in the middle of that, as we do see the rain coming down from Mosca. 12 farms coming up as well from Mosca as well during this rain. Absolutely standard. Looking to go for what to me would seem like a kind of timing here. So 12 farms, maybe 13 farms, 14 farms. It looks like getting more and more actually. So maybe it's not. But generally, RA players looking for that 8-minute to 8-minute 30 advance time into like mass units and putting in some raids here. But Skady going to have his town centers up. He needs to start thinking about putting walls up here as well. Nice and early. There is a ceasefire available for Skady. He will have access to Spirited Charge, Hippocon. But the other question is, should Skady go for a 3 town center fast heroic to have access to Prodromus to counter potential mass camelry here from Mosca? Obviously, Mosca can also go for chariot archers as well, so it's not as cut and dry as what's the best play for the Ra or for Skady here. So you have to do some scouting and kind of work out what's happening as Mosca does pull off of the farms and moving over onto this position, goes for a town center as well. I like the play here. He gets the heroic age. Wait, he doesn't get the heroic age. Going to delay his heroic age for a 3rd town center. This is not standard in the slightest here from Mosca. We'll see how it's going to go, as Skady at this point hasn't scouted this one out either. As the stable's coming up, he doesn't have anything on that position. No heroes over here. So Mosca is literally getting whatever he wants here. Generally, we do see the heroes coming out, but instead Skady is saying, I'm just going to get villagers galore at the moment. So he catches up on the villager count, and now he's going to push himself in front. He's still getting all the hunt in the center of the map. There's these giraffe over here, elephant over here. Funnily enough, Mosca could be on that hunt as well. If he wanted to be, he could be moving these villagers off of these farms, grab this hunt, come back onto the farms afterwards. Another option there, as Hathor does end up coming forward. Here, going to be moving on to this gold mine. No forward buildings down here for Skady that we see very, very often from players like Matrius, who can come in and get those down and cause a lot of problems. As the Jason coming in, more and more Hippocon starting to come out here as the walls coming up over here. We do see Skady sneaking through here, but he does get pushed back by the tower. Keeps his villager alive for the time being, trying to get all the walls up. I like that he's getting walls up on the front and on the back here. No sense in just allowing your opponent to come knock down these walls and then come in. Just put them up all over the place and cause a lot of problems there, as the heroic age is now in for Mosca. And it does look like, to me, Mosca is going for chariot archers here. He gets himself the hand axe out, and he's got all that wood and gold in the bank. As we'll see how things are going to go. I do see a question here. This is the winners' semi-finals, I believe, not finals. Still leaving that Dwarven Calipers here. This is a really, really good relic to pick up. Make sure Heliopolis really, really cheap, as the village is going to be pulling up over onto this position, and we do see chariot archers started here as the villagers now coming over onto the giraffe in this position. Playing a little bit greedy, having the villagers in the middle of the map, but he does have some army here to defend, and losing these to a locust isn't going to be a big deal. He's also got the villagers in the main base onto herdables, chickens, and the like here. As the rock coming through, Odysseus comes. This is exactly what you need to do, but he doesn't click on the rock. He will be sniping down the Petsuchos, but it looks like he's going to be losing his Odysseus here as it gets picked up, and he's now going to be retreating away. A little bit of a misplay there from Skady. I thought he had that one. Move in, take the rock down first with the Odysseus, and then there's no escaping what's going to be coming for him. As the rock moving up onto this position, we see the houses coming down over here as well, as the chariot archers coming forward onto this position. And the rock here Going to be targeting down the villagers over here as well. As Sylvan Law coming through for Skady. Sylvan Law. Is he making Centaur? Is this a good play? We've seen Centaur work against Ra players before, but is it a good play in this situation? It's a little bit late as the village is getting pushed off over here. Locust could get thrown down there. The Odysseus is making its way over here to deal with the Petsuchos and will indeed be able to take that one out there, it seems. Nice play here. We'll see if this is going to work for Skady. Very, very interesting to see the Centaurs moving forward. Now, Centaurs are good against everything not named priests that Mosca has, or potentially also the, what are they called? Priests. Son of Cyrus. Son of Cyrus obviously kills off these Centaur very, very quickly as well. As the Chariot Archers pushing over here, we do see the Centaur getting some damage dealt on this position as well. As heavy chariots coming through for Mosca. Skady does need to be a little bit careful. I thought that maybe going for Spirited Charge here would be a good idea. Spirited Charge Hippocon with medium Hippocon do beat these cavalry out in cost wise. So the heavy, but once you get that, then heavy cavalry comes in and starts winning the fight. So you need to be a little bit careful with whatever timings you're going for. As we also see copper shields coming through as the army going to be retreating back ever so slightly here. Skady has decided to stay put in this classical age, and Mosca is getting away with holding a lot of this stuff here as the Pharaoh getting taken down. Good micro here from Skady. Good micro from Mosca to pull back, but the Pharaoh gets pushed back even more here as the Hippocon trying to break through onto this position. It's 135 pop to 135 pop here as Mosca needs to pull away here. These Skady units are looking very, very strong as Spirited Charge comes through here, and Mosca turns around as Skady does manage to hold on that spot. Another giraffe going to be finishing up as the village is moving up onto this elephant. Mosca still holding on to Locust for the time being here as the Hippocon still trading nicely. Where is Skady's final house? Has he just placed it, or does he not realize he doesn't have it? Both players are losing units here, so it's not the biggest of deals as Mosca does manage to win that fight here. Skady a little bit of an overcommitment. Actually, Skady actually stops production there in a way, going for the heroic age as we see another Migdol stronghold coming up in the middle of the map. As Skady pulls back, Shaft Mine coming in, Apollo on the way, and we'll see if he's going to be able to shape his army into something that's going to be able to work here. Mosca can push down and raid this position here. It looks like Skady's not paying attention there as some military academy is going to be coming up as to transition away from these Hippocon. You don't 100% need to do that at this point. Can still go with cavalry for a while here, but it looks like both players are at 80 villages, and now Mosca is pushing it slightly in front by getting himself some of those camel caravans here. But Skady just trying to distract here for a little bit. I don't understand what's happening here with Skady. Why is he missing this house? Maybe he'll realize at some point. Generally, you look at the population, you see, oh, this is why. This is why. Skady, he doesn't know that this house is unbuilt here. He thinks that it's all built, but it's not. As the army pushes through, a little bit of a raid onto the villagers over here. The villagers on this position are going to get pushed back as Skady not defending himself all too well. Great raid here from both players, but this Migdol is defending the gold mine, whereas Skady's got no defenses on his own gold over there. So he has to pull back into the town center, though he is on the bottom side of the map on those gold mines there, as the main base is now under attack here. Skady can also go into some... One, he can get himself heavy cavalry, and two, he can get himself Prodromus out now to try and deal with those heavy cavalry here as the villagers coming back onto this position. That 2 HP Pharaoh is getting some big damage done against the Centaurs there, as we do see the Hippocon manage to come through and deal with that one. Villagers going to come in and try and shank down the Migdol stronghold here. Hera as the god of choice from Skady is a bold choice. Ceasefire getting dropped down here. There will be a lightning storm to help Skady survive here, though. But this is an interesting choice. Normally we see Hephaestus as the god here against Ra, especially in these sort of situations where you've got Underworld and the like. Do we have any fortresses up here for Skady? No, we don't. Walls coming down here for Skady as well, as Mosca is very well and safe over here. The trade route is well and truly on its way at 12 camel caravans here. I do think it's worth it for the Ra players to not go to 160 population in these specific sorts of situations. During the ceasefire, you can actually delete or stop production, delete a heavy chariot, and then get those extra 3 or 4 camel caravans out, start the production again, and continue to go on. And we do see Skady. Does he have himself upgrades? He still needs heavy cavalry, because we did say that heavy cavalry do put the cost trade benefit in front for those cavalry in this fight. But Skady pushing forward. There is a Migdol stronghold here, which will help a little bit on this position as Lightning Storm does get used. Unit's going to dive into the Migdol stronghold, but popping back out on the bottom here, making a retreat away as well. 4 Chariot Archers going to be keeping themselves alive here as Mosca drops down to 140 population here. Skady, he still hasn't spotted this house. He is playing at a significant disadvantage in this game for the entirety of this game, ladies and gentlemen, because he hasn't worked this one out. As the military barracks coming up, we do see some spearmen starting to come through here as the Migdol stronghold going to get taken down here. Fortress coming up for Skady on this position as heavy infantry coming through has made the transition now into hoplites here to start pushing back on this position here. As the Son of Osiris getting some good damage done over here as well. Do see the rock coming through here to pick up the Son of Osiris and everything else, as we do have Skady pulling back away from that position there. And it looks like Mosca has well and truly survived that lightning storm attack. And with all of these barracks here, there's a lot of good damage here. One little trick you can do is get burning pitch, and that Medusa actually gets bonus damage. Wait, I could be lying about that. Let me double check. It is a ranged unit and probably gets the burning pitch upgrade. Nope, doesn't get the bonus damage there. I told a lie. It would be cool though. 13 crush damage. That's a Gastraphedi in a bit. As the cavalry getting taken down, we do see the Son of Osiris coming through there. Bellerophon is queued up. Skady still doesn't have himself the fortified town centers in either. And this is really, really hurting him here, as Mosca is going to be pushing further and further in front in this position. Over here, we do see a little bit of a raid coming through from Mosca. Has he still got Locust? He still has Locust, looking for that as well. As going to get some good damage done as well. As Skady going to be losing his Manticore on that position. The Mummy doing a lot of good damage here, and Skady pulling back. Scouter, look at all the red dots on you. Literally just do this as you're trying to find any sort of building fat. It's here. Oh dear. As the fortress is going to go down before the Bellerophon is finished off. Irrigation coming through here. Also, the relic not being picked up. It's another bit of a mistake here from Skady, as Mosca is playing this one exceptionally well here at this moment. But I mean, Skady has given him odds playing down 10 population. Can now get himself that fortified town centers if he wants, trying to put up another fortress. Throwing a tiny bit of units in onto this fight as well, as Mosca is holding nicely. Chariot Archer's getting some good damage against the hoplites here as well. And Skady in that position does decide to tap out. I mean, I feel like if Skady had a better plan here in this game, didn't get housed, had 145 population, pushed in onto this position, didn't go heroic age, pushed in on this position, I think he was actually winning these fights at 145 population against that army which Mosca had. And Mosca only had one Migdol, 2 Migdols at that position, so he's not going to be able to take that fight. The mass stable kind of strat that players like Mariano go for against Ra here works really, really well on these sort of situations where there's not any good gold mines to have. Gold mine over here, gold mine over here. Lots of pressure onto this position. Could have been an option here for Skady, especially with all the food in the middle of the map that he could have grabbed, not having to go for farms as well super early. Skady, I'm not sure what plan he was going for here. Centaur, I mean, in a way, it's not really. I much prefer Mass Hippocon here and also going for things like copper mail, copper weapons, and just going for a mass push in this sort of position. This was a really, really good map for Skady. Mosca did a great job of holding here versus what Skady's strategy was. Another option here would have been 2 town center mass Hippocon and preventing the Migdol stronghold from coming up on this position, walling off the bottom here from Skady. But I don't think he read the map very well here at all. He came into this game with a plan and it didn't work out for him. Mosca gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys in the next game.